We got to talk about the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos have improved to 2-2 on this young NFL season. They have wins the last 2 weeks over the Buccaneers and the Jets, respectively. Right now, they have the second-ranked defense in the NFL, giving up just 256 yards per game and just 14 points per game. Last 2 weeks alone, they had 7 sacks on Baker Mayfield with 9 hits and 5 sacks on Aaron Rodgers with 14 hits. So, guys, fact or crap, are the Denver Broncos a threat in the AFC? As we know, they have a good defense. And defense can win you a lot of football games. Hell, a defense can win you championships, a.k.a. 2000 Baltimore Ravens. However, along with the second-ranked defense, they have the 26th-ranked offense. They're averaging just 266 yards per game, under 15 points per game. Yes, I know, Mark D. Do not bite off my head. Bo Nix is still a rookie, and this is only his 4th game into his NFL career. He is improving. First week, he had 138 yards passing versus the Seattle Seahawks. Oh, by the way, the Seattle Seahawks have the first-ranked defense in the NFL right now. Week number 2, he had 246 yards passing versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, by the way, they have the 4th-ranked defense in the NFL. Game number 3, 216 yards passing versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the 18th-ranked defense. And last night, he just had 60 yards passing versus the Jets, which is a 3rd-ranked defense. So he's had a slaughter of games this season versus top-ranked defense. The true telltale sign of the Denver Broncos is going to be the next 3 games. Yes, I understand that they beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Buccaneers played bad. Let's just be flat out honest. They played bad that game. Every game, a NFL team forgets to show up, right? It was the Denver Broncos versus the Miami Dolphins last season when they got like 80 points scored on them, right? Every time a team forgets to show up, the next 3 games will be very, very telling for them because they play the Raiders, the Chargers, and Saints on a Thursday night football game. For 2 very tough divisional games, and the Saints are a team that shown very good spurts of life. So, guys, fact or crap, are the Denver Broncos a threat in the AFC? I have to say crap. Not because of the defense isn't good, not because Bo Nix is going to improve, because I don't trust Sean Payton. I think the weak link of the Denver Broncos right now is Sean Payton. Let's look at the game versus New York Football Jets yesterday. It was 2nd and 5, and they're at the 30. The Jets had 1 timeout left, and they're trying to milk the clock. Sean Payton calls a rollout dump pass to a receiver. Luckily, Bo Nix made a hell of a hell of a pass, and then the receiver made a hell of a catch to just drop down, right? Very next play, 3rd and 5. All you need to do is get a first down or just run the clock down a little bit. What does he do? He runs another rollout to the same side where he just got pressure from, and Bo Nix gets sacked. The reason why the Broncos will not be a threat in the AFC in general, not only the West, but the AFC in general, is because of Sean Payton. Sean Payton he hasn't shown shit to me in the last 2 seasons. He's a below average coach, in my opinion. So, guys, fact or crap, do you guys think that the Broncos are a legitimate threat in the AFC? Jim Powell starts off the chat and says, crap. The Broncos are not a threat. Jim Powell is the CEO of the Pigskin Pundit, so guys, be like John and hit the subscribe button. And Jim says, I don't care what the scenario is. It is crap. James Frank says they are most definitely aren't a threat. This is so crap. Even give the old poopy emoji. Crap. Casey Morgan's in the chat. Speaking of a pigskin punt, another pigskin punter here is in the chat. He says anything about the Broncos is crap. They're coming in last in the AFC West. Wow. And then Mark D says fact. Remember, I said they win 9 games. You did say that, Mark. But also, you were picking the Jets to beat the Denver Broncos on Saturday, and I had to talk you out of it. I'm like, hey, man, root for your team. Root for your team. But hey, a dog's ass gets shined on twice a day. Jim Powell 2023. Laura says crap. Laura says crap. Jack Bourbon's in the chat. Sorry, Jack Barron says Bills and Bucks. Bills and Bucks what? Michael Burlew says crap. A decent kicker in New York, and they are 1-3. We don't talk about their defense. Also, on the flip side of that coin, Michael, if the Broncos had a decent kicker, the Jets kicker doesn't have a chance to win the game because now they're down by 4 points and they need a touchdown. So that conversation can go both ways. Trying to be devil's advocate here, that conversation can go both ways. Kickers had a shit show, right? The Jets kicker missed 2 50-plus yarders, and the Broncos kicker missed a 45-yarder, right? It is what it is. Jim says Bo Nick's dad looks in the mirror and sees Justin Herbert's dad. Mark says their schedule does get easier. So, since you played a gauntlet of the schedule earlier in the season, right? Playing the Bucks and playing the Jets, right? And then you play the Raiders, Chargers, and the Saints on Thursday the next few weeks. I don't think their schedule gets easier, Mark. Because they still play all of the AFC West, right? You play the Chiefs twice, you play the Chargers twice, you play the Raiders twice. All going to be very competitive games, all going to be good games. They still got to play the Saints. They still got to play a decent Colts team. They still got to play the Bengals. Bengals always start slow and they get hot toward the end of the season. You play them like week 16, I think it is. And the Browns are still going to get Nick Chubb back, and they're going to figure out their defense. Plus the Falcons. I don't think their schedule gets any easier, Mark, to be honest. And if I remember correctly, that's why I said the Broncos were only going to get about 5-6 wins, was because of their hard schedule. Jack Barnes says the Jets overlooked the Broncos. But he does say crap, bro. Crap. Sugar Tumar is in the chat. He says, I'm going to say one thing. Sean Payton has never had less than 7 wins. Sean Payton, Sugar, has never started a rookie quarterback either. Times are turning there in Denver. Times are changing. And Derek says they're not a threat in the AFC West. James Frank says, so Kevin Scafani just got a younger Sean Payton. Probably. Casey says the Bills did not show up last night. They did not. And Mark D, we're going to talk about Rashid Rice here in a minute. And no, we're not going to talk about the karma or whatever. But guys, Factor Crap, are the Broncos a threat in the AFC? Let us know. Next up,